Rahl Jewelers is the proud sponsor of Raging Mouth, the Mike North story, coming soon.
In the 1990s, Chicago's airwaves were taken over by a new voice, and it belonged to Mike North.
I'm going to ask Savvy if it's possible to shoot a puck off somebody's head without hurting.
I'm sure he's done it.
Dennis!
Good morning, boys. How are you?
All right. Now, let me ask you this, Savvy. If I put a puck on my forehead, lay down before the game, could you shoot the puck off my forehead without hurting me?
Sports fans adored Mike because he was one of them, a wisecracking sports nut from the streets of Chicago.
How are you, Shaq?
Good.
Do they have beds in certain hotels that accommodate a man of your girth?
No, they have regular king-size beds, but I like sleeping and having my feet hang off the edge of the bed anyway. So
me too, but I'm halfway down the bed. I like to do that. I have the pillows up there. I want to feel like an NBA superstar, for God's sake.
You are a superstar.
Elevating his stardom was the unassailable truth that Mike never bowed down to the city's sports elites.
Reinsdorf's a billionaire. I was in his head like everybody else. Same with the Cubs, same with the Bears, same with the Hawks. From Wirtz to McCaskey to Reinsdorf to them all. You've been slapped by me, and you can't get over it. And it's never stopping until you put something presentable on the field.
But Mike North's street style of broadcasting also developed detractors, some thinking he was an out-of-control bore.
Mike North, he's just a douche.
You're a fake.
Thank you,
and
Jim.
Everybody believes that.
Have a nice day.
And you're also an alcoholic.
Mike North, 670 The Score. Mike's accomplishments include...
He received a "You're a Good Guy" shirt from a friend once.
Ozzie Guillen on the line. How you doing, Ozzie?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Oh.
I know you like AJ. I know you love AJ the same way I am. But there's no reason you guys try to make lineups and shit.
Mike North had it out with his critics, often bouncing off of them or running through them like Walter Payton did when he ran the ball for the Chicago Bears.
I'm telling you guys that bullshit every goddamn day.
Hey, Ozzie, clean up your mouth, all right? Clean up your damn mouth when you're talking on the radio and you're talking to me. Have a little respect, all right? Don't go talking to me like you're talking down to somebody. You understand me?
You're a good friend of mine.
You're a good friend of mine. Let me tell you something. You're a good friend of mine, too. But don't talk down to me. You understand? You ain't talking to one of your players.
Why are you talking about that? You respect
That's my job to find out what's going on. It's my job to find out what A.J. Brzezinski thinks. It's my job to figure out what the hell's going on. You do your job, I understand that. But don't ever talk down to me. Don't ever talk to me like I'm some... Yeah, you better hang up the damn phone.
Who would have thought that a high school dropout, later a hot dog stand owner, would lead a startup, low-frequency, full-time sports talk radio station to historic heights and become the highest-paid local sports talk radio broadcaster in the United States. And now Mike North is taking you behind the mic in Raging Mouth, the Mike North story, presented by Rahl Jewelers. This multi-part podcast covers the life of one of the nation's most loved and despised sports radio personalities in history. In Chapter 1, we'll hear about a childhood riddled with challenges.
It was very hard to go from the public school to a Catholic school. The principal was a nun called Sister Mary Gemma. BVMs with the veil, all black with the white. Lot like you see in the Blues Brothers. And I can remember looking up at her going, this ain't gonna go good. She's like 5'11", and then with the veil about 6'7". Are you kidding me? I mean, I'm looking up at her going, this can't be real. I looked at my mother like, you're kidding me, right? I'm only like 8 years old. I already knew. From that point on, I was a bad student. I didn't care. My dad was very disciplined, very strict. I would get grounded. He was hammered. And I was 17, and we finally went at it. And he put his hand through the window. My dad.
In Chapter 2, Mike reveals that his childhood struggles in school and his family led him to drink, focus on playing sports, and drinking some more.
From the beginning, broken, bankrupt, morally, drinking, driving drunk, stuff like that.
But in his early 20s, things started to change, and it began when he met a woman named Bibi.
I see this girl coming, short skirt, long brown hair down to her rear end. I go, that woman can't be for me. I mean, that's a 10 right there. Forget about it. As she got closer, I go, wait a minute, that's her.
Bibi's support whenever Mike was down was critical to Mike's success.
Straight A student marries a dropout. I mean, think about that. She is the voice of reason. I mean, she's my ace in the hole.
Bibi's support was instrumental to Mike's success. And that includes the time he and Bibi were working their busy hot dog stand and Mike left his post from the register to try and cash in on an idea he had for a local radio station to change its format from music to all sports talk.
Rob Veeder writes in his column, Dan Lee and WXRT Diamond Broadcasting has bought the rights to WJZZ. And they're either going to be a jazz station or cool country, whatever the hell that is. So I see him, he's in line. Seth Mason's in front of him, the two of them. The president of Diamond Broadcasting, the vice president of Diamond Broadcasting. We got a line. And Bibi goes, where are you going? I go, I'll be right back. I go, Danny, Mike North. Hey, Mike, how are you? I go, you got to start a sports station. A what? A sports station. He thought like I was out of my mind. Bibi's going, Mike, come on. We got orders to take on them. So I start waiting on the people again. And I'm watching. It's pouring outside. I see him get up. We got a line still. I go around the corner. He and Seth go out. They wave by and they go out. There's one problem. I came out after him. I got the apron on and it's pouring. I come out. They're getting in the car. I go, don't start a music station. I'm telling you right now, start a sports station. I'm telling you. Just do it. All right. They roll the window up and drive off. I'm so. They left me in the rain, but I got my word out. But here's what I say. I changed a lot of people's lives that day.
In Chapter 3, Mike takes us through his 16 years at the Score Sports Radio. What a time it was. He was funny, creative. He and his co-host Dan Jiggins had a show that's still talked about today, the Monsters of the Midday.
I've interviewed everybody from MJ to Bill Weddington, okay?
Pat, you know what? It seems like you've done everything that you can right now, and the Bulls are just too good. Would you, if God came down tonight and said, you could win the next 4 games, if you shave your head, would you do it?
Who do you work for?
I work for the Score in Chicago.
That's great. That's good. That's a hell of a question.
All right, Riggs, good luck to you. And I know I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be managing again somewhere, if not next year, very damn soon after that.
I appreciate it. And that sorry old Mike North, at least I don't have to deal with him anymore.
We'll pass that along to him.
You know, everybody says how many games I broadcast, all this stuff. I'd like to know the number of games I was really blind.
Hey, Harry, I
out of my mind, you know, it's hard to keep my eyes open.
Hey, this is Mike North. Hey, do you like the smell of the L-Stop at Addison in July after Cub doubleheader? Or how about the smell of dead alewives at your feet at Foster Avenue Beach? Those are all things that you can have for $4.95, an 8-ounce bottle of How You Doing Cologne.
Where can I find the safety that hits its Woody's World?
But where'd you get that damn shirt?
I bought this shirt at a very nice clothing store, and if you don't get off my back, I'm going to shove it down your throat. Rope it up in a nice ball and rip it right down your throat.
Who likes Barry Como? Only drinks the can. Who has a vertical leap of 1.5 inches? Caucasian man. Caucasian man can. Caucasian man can.
And outside the Score, Mike was all in with television shows, guest appearances, and raising money for charity. But along that fast lane, there were pileups and rollovers, and when his multi-million-dollar contract was up for renewal, a head-on collision with the new station management.
Nobody goes in, spends 16 years there, and there's a boss that's only been there a few, and he wants to cut you half your pay. That wasn't going to work with me.
In Chapter 4, Mike takes you through the time he had another breakthrough idea, an all-sports talk station on the internet, Webio. But instead of talking sports, Mike was talking to the FBI. He shares that incredible story and his time at Fox Sports.
The Mike North Show, 877-99 on Fox. My wife, Bibi, makes some mean-ass brownies, but Dana Campbell right there. That's a championship round.
And next time you come out, we'll do a head-to-head.
You are such a sick you-know-what. Well, maybe I am for thinking that.
Finally, in Chapter 5, Mike talks about his short-lived retirement and how he's rebranded himself into a sports handicapper, which led to a call from ESPN.
The Odds Couple with Chicago radio legend Mike North and midday host Carmen DeFalco on ESPN 1000.
5 chapters, plus several bonus features with outstanding stories from one of America's finest storytellers.
Well, I mean, when you talk about confrontations and stuff like that I had with people, I mean, I didn't want any of them, but you know, I don't care if it was Ozzie Guillen or if it was Billy Williams or Albert Bell. But the most unusual one was Dave Steve.
Make sure you don't miss any episode about a man who could be called the Mike Ditka of Sports Talk Radio. A man who's ready to look back and rightfully take credit for the things he did and also be held accountable for the things he screwed up. Rahl Jewelers presents Raging Mouth, the Mike North Story. Executive produced by Mike and Bibi North. Produced and directed by Aldo Gandia. Episode 1 drops July 17th at ragingmouth.podbean.com. I'm Dan Aguirre.
Rahl Jewelers is the proud sponsor of Raging Mouth, the Mike North Story, coming soon.